admit that I just don't really like the parable that we heard this morning. And quite frankly, I think I don't like it because it's really, really hard to understand. I mean, after all, Jesus seems to be saying that it's okay to be dishonest. In fact, in verse 9, it even tells us, be dishonest so that we can make friends. And I don't know about you, but that just seems to go against everything that Jesus usually teaches us. Well, let's just kind of work through this just a little bit. One thing is that this parable follows immediately after the parable of the prodigal son. You remember that parable where the young man takes everything that his father has given him, all the possessions, and he goes off and he squanders everything. He loses it all. And then he comes back to a father who is welcoming him with open arms, even to the point of celebrating with a feast. Now, just where is the justice in that? Because you remember, there's the older brother, right? Who says, I've been here the whole time. Well, then Jesus comes with this parable telling us to be dishonest and to make friends in that manner. And so it just really doesn't make any sense. Where's the justice in that, right? Because if we really look then in another spot, if we look at this and say, is Jesus really saying this about being corrupt? I mean, after all, the manager has been accused by someone of doing something that is not correct. He's not handling the owner's property in a professional manner, and he's been accused of that. And so when the owner comes to him and says, give me an accounting, it seems as though this accusation is correct. I mean, he does this kind of crazy thing, right, where he goes and cuts how much is owed to the owner. And so what are we to take from that? What is Jesus really saying to us about that? Maybe it does make some sense. I mean, maybe after all, when he's in trouble, it's a good idea to make friends with some other folks who will take care of him when he's on the street. But what about giving lavishly? What about grace? What about giving without expecting anything in return? See why this is one of those parables that has people scratching their heads and going, I don't understand. What is this all about? Well, maybe if we look at this part about the children of light being shrewd, why can't we be shrewd in handling the kingdom? Well, maybe it's a little helpful if instead of using the word shrewd, we think of the word creative. Why can't we be creative in how we live our lives for God? Why can't we think of things, doing things just a little differently than we've always done them? Maybe living just a little bit outside the box. Maybe being a little excessive and a little lavish in who we welcome and who is a part of our family and how we give things away. Maybe that's what Jesus means for us to be creative in change. I said it. Told me almost 5 years before I said that word. And yet I also know how scary that is. I know how frightening it is because we want people to act right. We want people to believe what we believe. We want people to do what is right for others. I don't know that that's any easier than what the parable said. But what if we shift the focus of who Jesus might be in this parable? What if Jesus is the manager? The one who's accused of being excessive, the one who takes the debts of the others and slashes them? What if Jesus is the one who is accused of being excessive and squandering the owner's property of love and grace? What if Jesus gives his love and his grace to sinners and tax collectors and even